My sister broke my hand, so I cut her off. Now my family is insisting I forgive her. And this is to answer the question of what behavior should you let slide from siblings? If they break your hand, don't let that slide.
I almost broke Sophia's hand once.
Yeah,
And she
accidentally.
didn't talk to me for a week.
That's not true. Riley accidentally slammed the door into my hand. We're all good though. It hurt. So HeavyBet9489 says, to best explain the story, I need to give a little background, so please bear with me. This is going to be a long one, but I really don't know how to shorten it without missing valid details. My 24 female sister Maggie, 30 female, was horrible to me the first 12 or 13 years of my life.
Aw.
It's not nice. Straight up abusive if you ask me, but my mom always chalked it up to sisters fighting. She'd lock me in the dark basement, punch, bite, scratch me, push me down the stairs, pull chunks of my hair out of my head. Oh my God. And there were times where she'd even have her friends join in on beating me up. This mom is crazy.
What?
This mom is crazy if she thinks this is normal child behavior.
Like I could maybe do half of these things before
yeah.
in 5 minutes they were going to call me out.
Like punching maybe, but my parents would be like, stop.
Get some help.
Stop it. This is absolutely ridiculous if you're not, punishing or parenting your children for when they do these things. When she was 19, she had her first baby. And for the first time, things between us were okay. We worked at a restaurant together. I'd come over and help with her baby. For a while, we became sort of friends until I started to realize that maybe I didn't want to be her friend. I came to the realization that she really was only nice to me when I was doing things for her. So if I said no to babysitting so I could hang out with friends, or if I didn't want to borrow her money or whatever else she needed, she'd start a fight with me. And then anytime something happened in my life that I got excited about, she'd make some sort of comment to make me feel bad or second guess myself. I financed a brand new car without a cosigner at 20. I'd never get that kind of car. Oh, the sister then goes, I never get that kind of car. I got a promotion at work. Why would you even want that job? My boyfriend got me flowers. He won't do that once you're married.
Oh my.
I went to college and finished my degree. I could have done that if I didn't have kids to take full care of. I'm going on a girls' trip with my friends. Soon enough, they'll get sick of you and won't be your friends anymore. She sounds like a
piece of shit.
Joy sapper.
Isn't it kind of wild? It starts physically whenever you're younger, and then it goes into emotional and mental. I would much rather have the physical because I could defend myself at that point.
And you could point it out and be like, hey, my sister is doing this.
And you could defend yourself emotionally.
Yeah, you need to cut this person off because this behavior is ridiculous.
The best way to defend this would be, what do you mean by that?
Yeah. Or just be like, well, my friends actually like me, so.
Ooh, getting sassy with it.
Get a little sassy with her because she's a freaking joy mosquito. She's trying to suck all that mosquito from you.
Ah, they
and
said
leave
it.
you drained.
Energy vampire.
Energy vampire.
Yep.
Exactly.
Do you have an energy vampire in your life?
I don't think so.
I used to.
I probably used to have that, yeah.
Some people that I hang out with, I'm like, I got to get out of here. Sucking the living daylight out of me.
Sucking the living daylight. All right. And then it was the animals. In the last decade, she has bought and gotten rid of close to 20 cats and dogs.
Oh my God.
That's unacceptable. Why are you getting rid of them?
Can't lease out pets.
Yeah, that's not how they work. Those are a commitment. Now, anyone that loves animals will understand why this pisses me off so much. To go to a breeder, spend thousands on a purebred puppy or kitten just to drop it off at the shelter or leave it in the street. I wish I was kidding, and trust me, if I had known about this before it happened, I would have done something to stop it. She's dropping off these puppies? She's dumping them? This is awful. This is awful. Anyone who has ever dumped an animal that you bought, or just regardless dumped an animal, you're a horrible person. Yeah, like, what?
Not the puppy.
Come on. As soon as it became a hassle, just to go buy a new one a few months later is absolutely mind-boggling, infuriating, and just sad. Then she cheated on her husband and used me as an alibi without my knowledge, and then would brag about it to my family. Her husband would literally be in the other room, and she'd be FaceTiming her boyfriend. And nobody said a thing. Everyone is just like allowing her to get away with this behavior, and have been allowing her to get away with this behavior for her whole life. Like, the mom has been letting this happen, and truly just unacceptable. And this really just sent me over the edge, because how are you going to do the exact same thing that your father did to our mom, potentially break up your family, and she also and put your children through what you went through as a kid? Finally, I told her I was going to tell her husband unless she confessed. She did. Things blew up with them. She swore she wouldn't do it again, and they decided to work things out. She's gonna do it again. Anyone who brags about cheating in front of people, I mean, one, if someone cheats on you, but also if they're bragging about it, they're gonna do it again. On top of everything, my sister has a really bad problem with alcohol.
Oh.
That in and of itself could be an entire other story, but just know it's bad. There was a lawsuit with the county she lived in, drunk driving with her children in the car. Getting the shakes when she wasn't drinking, etc. It was hard to stand by and watch, but if anyone said anything, she'd turn violent, so we all just kept our mouths shut. And she was like that with everyone. Our entire family, our parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, her husband, and even her children are all sensitive to what they say to her because they know she'll turn it into a fight. Divorce this woman and take your kids away from her.
And the puppies.
Fast forward to my little brother's 17th birthday party. At this point, I had really distanced myself from her because I just couldn't tolerate any more of the things she was doing. Maggie noticed that I'd been distancing myself, and she confronted me about it at the party. I denied it because this was not the time and place to have this conversation with so many people around us. I thought that would be the end of it. But then we went into the house. I'm inside talking to my little brother and a friend, and I hear Maggie talking to my mom about me, calling me every name in the book.
Ooh.
I tried to ignore it, but when she called me a C word, I really couldn't stand it anymore, so I stood up for myself. Good on you,
ma'am.
Yes. Of course, it blew up into a huge fight. There was a lot of yelling back and forth. Eventually, I sat back down at the table with my brother and friend, thinking maybe if I sat down and ignored her, she'd go away. She then charged after me. I put my hands up to stop her. She grabbed my hand and snapped it back, breaking my fourth metacarpal right.
Oh!
Charges
Charges immediately.
Immediately. That is yeah.
Golly.
You should charge her for that, because this is
unacceptable!
Unacceptable behavior that her mother has been excusing all of her life. This wasn't the first time she's started a fight and gotten physical with someone in her family, but she's never broken a bone. And every other time something like this happened, it just got swept under the rug, and I was sick of everyone acting like this was okay behavior. So I let her know that I would no longer be speaking to her, filed a police report, and blocked her and her husband. I got surgery to set my bone in place with some screws and a pin, and even with insurance, I had to pay $4,000 out of
heck.
File a lawsuit. Get her to pay that money, because this,
That is wild.
Wild. $4,000. I went a year without speaking to her, and my entire family made me feel like crap for it. Cut off your family. Go no contact with your family. If they are saying that this is okay, or this is excusable behavior, then you should not be talking to these people for your own safety.
Oh, yeah.
She went on and on about how much Maggie loves me and how bad she felt and how I can't be mad at her forever. And there were times I almost felt like giving in because my mom shamed me so much for simply not wanting to talk to her. But then my mom would be on the phone with Maggie on speaker, and I'd hear her bragging about breaking my hand and how tough she was and how I deserved it.
Okay.
Cut all of these people off.
Every single one of them.
Every single one of them.
All right, give us the steps of what she has to do right now.
File a police report.
Go.
Sue her for medical costs.
Get that bag.
Cut off everyone in your family who took her side or didn't take a side, because if they're not taking a side, that's the same thing. And then,
Wait, call CPS.
Call CPS, right? Because the kids, call CPS.
And then call someone for the dogs.
Yeah, call animal control. I don't know. Call someone. Call the police again. Yeah, call her out on all of these things and then leave her life forever. I'd also hear from my brothers and my dad and also other relatives about all the crappy things she was doing. She was still cheating on her husband, gave away another dog, bought 2 more. What do we think she'll do with these ones? And apparently casting spells on me to make me infertile. This woman is a lot.
That's wild.
And it's very clear to me that she has not changed. And I don't want to deal with that stuff.
Oh
then,
my gosh.
my boyfriend proposed.
Wait, sorry.
The eye of the storm.
Wait. She's coming after you physically, emotionally, and spiritually?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's coming for the body, the blood, and the mind, the spirit.
And the soul.
The soul. Then my boyfriend proposed.
Yay.
Woo!
Finally, something good.
Something good happens. I moved in with him as the wedding came closer. My mom really doubled down, even threatening to not come to my wedding if I don't invite Maggie. Don't let her come to your wedding. Don't let any of them come to your wedding. I was also hearing that other family members wanted her there. Why does anyone like her? She sounds like she sucks. And I felt a lot of pressure to invite her. So when Christmas came around last year, I decided to actually go to my parents' house for it. And if Maggie wanted to talk, we could talk. I was hopeful we'd be able to maybe resolve this issue. We didn't talk until I went to leave when she followed me outside and proceeded to give me the most insincere apology I've ever heard in my life. She pretty much said, "I'm sorry for whatever I did to make you so mad at me, but you should really get over it."
What?
Cut her off. Cut her off. Now. Cut her off. This woman is not apologetic at all. She hurt you. She broke your hand. And she freaking sucks.
That is wild.
Leave her. Leave her in the dust. And also
file
a police report.
Sue.
Yeah.
Do everything.
Sue her. I tried to explain to her how the things she does to me and everyone else really makes me reluctant to talk to her. Predictably, she tried to fighting with me again, so I just got in my car and left. After I left, she apparently went inside and started a fight with my mom, then with her husband. Then he took her home and apparently gave her some sort of ultimatum, which made her stop drinking for a while. I carried on with wedding planning and really avoided the topic of her anytime someone brought her up. But I was happy to hear that she got 3 months without drinking. I thought that maybe she was going to change because in the past, she'd only ever stopped drinking for her pregnancies, never anything else. But I still just didn't want her at my wedding, and I was firm on that. Good. And my mom finally started to understand why I was still upset with my sister and why I didn't want her there. This is ridiculous that the mom is just now understanding. On the night of my wedding, Maggie apparently went off the deep end because she was so hurt that I didn't invite her. I'm told that she has been drinking more heavily than ever, treating her children like absolute garbage, picking fights with everyone in the family, and of course, they're all blaming me. Now I don't know what to do. It is not OP's fault nor problem how her sister behaves. That is her sister's own fault.
Who's gonna wake up? Who's gonna actually see the truth?
Freaking wake up. It's been almost 2 years since she broke my hand, and aside from Christmas, I haven't talked to her. On one hand, these last 2 years have been so blissfully peaceful, which I think is an indicator of if your life is better without her. It's better without her. Even with my family making me feel guilty, planning a big wedding and working 60+ hour weeks, I have seriously never been so stress-free in my entire life. It's taken a lot of reflecting over the past 2 years for me to realize how much my sister's actions weighed on me, even when they had nothing to do with me. And I don't ever want to deal with that kind of stress again. And also, the wedding could not have gone any smoother. Yay! The day was so perfect and I had so much fun. Part of me knows this wouldn't have been the case if she'd been there. On the other hand, I'd want to forgive her because I don't like this. I don't like avoiding family events just so I don't have to see her. I wish I could have just had her at the wedding because then I would have been able to include my nephews who I miss so much. So what should I do? Should I forgive her to satisfy my family? Should I try to foster a relationship with her in the off chance that she'll change? How do I approach a conversation with her? And this is to answer the question of what behavior should you let slide from sibling? Not this behavior. If anyone ever hurts you to this extent, especially as an adult, this is unacceptable, and you need to end that relationship right now and get her out of her life.
But she didn't sue.
I think she should have sued. The family probably would have been super against her if she sued, but I do think that she should have sued.
Dude, got the money, CPS.
Yeah, ridiculous.
This is so crazy.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous that she is behaving this way and no one's calling her out for it except for OP. This is absolutely unacceptable, and she should go no contact with his sister. My brother tried to bully my daughter into giving him money, so I called him out. So Suspicious Lab 7631 says, my 51 female daughter, 18, recently came into a lot of money. Like never have to work again type money.
Oh, shoot.
My daughter's father passed away when she was 11. Due to a faulty defibrillator he'd had installed that didn't work properly the night he passed away. That's really sad. We were contacted by an attorney from our area who sued the manufacturer, as they should, and already had 2 other families from our area on board. I decided to go ahead with the lawsuit. The lawsuit settled when my daughter was 16 and everything was put into an account she could get into at 18. She also inherited all of her father's money, assets, and property. What she ended up with is what most people dream of winning in a lottery.
Wow, what?
I mean, yeah, but she probably doesn't see it. Like, it's like the cost is so high for getting this, of losing her father.
People dream of getting in a lottery?
Yeah, this is probably a lot of money. Probably a lot. They probably got a lot of lawsuit money.
That is
insane. Yeah, because someone died because of a manufacturing mistake. Multiple people, it seems. Oh, this is really sad, though. On top of all that, her car was totaled by a careless driver, and she got $34,000 from the guilty party and their insurance.
That's probably nothing to what she got.
This is, I feel so bad for this poor girl. She is just horrible, like.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot these were people. I was just looking at the bag and how much money she was getting.
No, she's getting, like, she lost her father, got a bunch of money, and then she got her car totaled and got a bunch of money. These are, like, horrible.
I was just looking at how much money she's getting. I'm like, this is crazy.
I know,
but I forgot
the cost. That's what I'm saying. The cost of her getting this money is so high.
Yeah, that's the bad part. It's like, dad's dead and now this. I'm like, oh, I forgot the cons. I was too mind-boggled by the money.
Yeah. I cannot touch her money. Not that I want to. I have my own. My older brother has always been greedy and thinks if someone around him has money, then he must have some of it. His wife is just as bad.
Ooh.
When it came about that my daughter had all of this money and my brother suddenly started calling me daily, trying to be nice, etc., I knew exactly what he was doing and just outright told him I can't give him any money. He demanded to know why. I told him that the accounts were in my daughter's name, not mine, and under her full control. My brother tried to manipulate me into getting money from my daughter to give him, and I said, no, you are not, keep this man away. I'd go no contact. I'd tell my daughter, I'd say, hey, your uncle is a greedy little gold digger. Keep away from him. And cut her off.
We got Swiper in the family.
Yeah, full-on Swiper. Keep him away. My brother has always felt the lifestyle differences between my daughter and his were unfair.
So
she
what?
She lost her father, you horrible person. She would probably give up all of the money that she got to see her father again, and the fact that you are complaining about that is ridiculous. This brother is horrible.
Maybe you should go find another mail manufacturer thing and do that.
Yeah.
Give your daughter money, because that's what the other dad had to do.
Yeah.
Or didn't have to do, but it happened.
Horrible
I'm just
guy.
pissed. I don't know how to.
No, I
don't even have words. I'm so mad my words aren't even here.
My words are gone because I'm angry.
They're mad and wow.
Mad and angry.
Just keep reading. Sorry.
I never married. My daughter and I live with my parents. My dad passed some years back, and my daughter and I take care of my mother. My brother only comes around when he wants money. My brother is absolutely convinced my mom has a ton of money and is going to leave it to my daughter. Soon enough, my brother started trying to talk to my daughter. My daughter just ignored him. I told her she was no way obligated to help her uncle and his family. These people have said horrible, cruel things about my kid before when they didn't get their way. When my dad passed, my mom had roughly $6,000 left from his life insurance left. My brother was sure my mom was lying and hounded her for months. Then they switched it to mom had given all of the money to my daughter. Oh, okay. So they thought that there was more than $6,000, and then they switched their argument to, oh, you gave all the money to Opie's daughter. I thought it was hilarious. My mom split what was left with all of her children, but my brother was greedy and swore there should be more. Ugh. This is ridiculous. He got incredibly angry when my mom gave me and my share, saying I should give it to him since I lived with our mom. It's absolutely ridiculous to lose a parent and then be money grubby. Like a little crazy little like person trying to
insensitive.
Yeah, very insensitive and just
but his greed has taken him over.
Yeah.
He sees nothing else but money.
Agreed. My brother showed up unannounced to the house. I knew he was waiting to try and bully my daughter into giving him money.
No!
Restraining order.
Out of here.
Order. He tried again to get me to give him money, and I reiterated that I didn't have access to the money. My brother seemed appalled and said my daughter should be giving me money. I didn't tell him she would. My brother also tried to goad mom into asking my daughter for money, and my mom told him no. My brother immediately went into asking when my daughter came home. He pretty much talked like she had no choice, stating he would pay her back, which we all know isn't true. How he needs a certain amount, blah, blah, blah. My daughter told my brother no, that she wasn't giving him any money. My brother got angry and told my daughter it wasn't fair, that his daughter had college to pay for and they needed the money. Then you go get some money. Go freaking do a job. Because that's her money. Leave her alone, you weirdo. On. He said some incredibly cruel things, and my daughter told him to get out. He got even angrier when my daughter told him I might be the things you called me, but I am a rich one of those things.
Let's go.
Clap back. Things were silent, which worried me even more because I know how they are. We were on our way to an apartment one day when my phone rang and I saw it was my brother, so I let it go to voicemail. He called again. I didn't answer until we were parked and I listened to the voicemail. My brother said my daughter had called their home pretending to be their daughter and was saying my brother's daughter had been kidnapped, that she was in the woods and didn't know where she was. My brother called my daughter more cruel things. I asked my mom, what do you think we should do? And my mom said she'd try to handle it. When my mom called him, my brother launched into how they just wanted an apology and that we could negotiate the money my daughter would give them because they planned on suing my daughter for emotional stress. What? How is he going to prove this?
Dude, he's doing everything he can right now.
He's like making up these harebrained schemes, trying to get money. My mom is old, but not stupid. My mom asked if they had proof it was my daughter, like her number on their phone or a recording. My sister-in-law took the phone at that point and proceeded to launch a ton of insults towards mom and my daughter. My mom told her that nothing would happen without proof. I knew my daughter didn't do anything. My mom knew, and my daughter let me see her phone. The night this supposedly happened, my brother had called my daughter, but she didn't answer. My daughter has never done or been accused of anything like this in the past. My sister-in-law proceeded to call back to back. Screaming ensued. My daughter asked if my mom and I would be angry if she called the police. My daughter said she didn't feel comfortable being accused of something so serious and would like law enforcement to settle it. I said no, I wouldn't be mad. Mom agreed. I think that is a good thing because I think it's getting out of hand, and I think if the brother is willing to literally accuse her of a crime, then you need to get someone else involved.
Oh,
get a third party, yeah. Because this is...
Lawyer up, get everything he's got.
Get a restraining order, sue him, get more money. Yeah. So the next day, my sister-in-law called. My daughter picked the phone up saying, I hope to God you're right about someone calling because the police are on their way. My sister-in-law was silent and then started crying about how my daughter controls us. I knew then it was true bull crap. The police did get called. My brother and sister-in-law pointed the finger at my daughter. Phone records were obtained, and my daughter's innocence was proven.
Nice.
This is so stressful to freaking go through all of this at 18 with your family. My brother tried to give a weak apology, but my kid told him to kick rocks.
Nice.
Yes. Fast forward a few weeks, my daughter gets a call from the bank manager who said my brother was in the bank trying to withdraw money from my daughter's account and my mom's. How did he think that was going to work? My brother even told the bank manager he was over our mom's affairs, which isn't true. Or he was put in charge of the mom's affairs, I think. My daughter told the bank manager to hold my brother there. I went with her, and my brother was very irate when he saw us come in. He launched into how my daughter needed someone to control her money. I told him my daughter can handle her own finances just fine. The bank manager called the police, and my brother was given a court summons. When he went to court, he tried to tell the judge my daughter was hard R word.
Oh.
And needed someone to handle her money. Oh my. The judge told him that's not what he was there for, and even if it was true, my brother wouldn't be the one to do that. Yeah, that would be OP. They tried to wring my daughter out, saying horrible things. My sister-in-law testified and said my daughter was a horrible person, had always made their daughter feel less than, and my kid was obviously my mom's favorite. My sister-in-law said my daughter's dream was to go to the college she was in, and her scholarship didn't cover all 4 years. The judge told them that their daughter's education was on them, not my daughter, not an 18-year-old. After this was all said and done, my brother still tried to get money. He demanded my daughter give him the $34,000 from the car accident for everything she'd put them through. I told my brother he deserved everything he'd gotten, and I would not apologize. And this is to answer the question of what behavior should you let slide from siblings. Not this, for sure. Not
This
this.
is crazy.
Yeah.
This is one of the craziest things I've seen today.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This guy is crazy. Oh my God. He's so stupid. I don't understand why he I don't understand what his plan is.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
The what was that? The kidnapping scheme?
Yeah. What?
What do you think was going to happen out of that, buddy?
Yeah. I don't understand that one.
You had a better chance of just kidnapping herself and
Yeah.
asking for ransom money.
Literally, I thought they were going to kidnap their daughter and then ask her for ransom money, but then instead they did like kind of the opposite.
They did the middleman of that.
Yeah.
They're like, someone else kidnapped her. You give us money, we'll give them money.
I don't get it.
I don't even see how that would have worked.
Her of calling them, saying that she kidnapped their daughter, which doesn't even make sense because that's so easily disproven.
How would they demand money from that too?
I don't even understand. I don't get this. I don't get them.
What was this guy on? He
Simply
Had
had to be. But there is a final story. Okay, there's maybe 2 more stories. I refused to be my sister's maid of honor because I wasn't her first choice. If I'm not your first choice, I don't even want to be there.
I mean, that goes with a lot of things.
Yeah. Like what?
I don't know, like, let's say like, I propose to someone, they say no, and then the next day I propose to another person. They knew I got proposed to someone else, and then they were like, I don't want to be your second choice.
Yeah, no. Don't want to be your second choice. Well, and this is to answer the question of what behavior should you let slide from siblings. So, Altruistic Help 8069 says, I, 30 female, come from a family of twins. My mom, 59 female, was a twin. My dad's 58 male father was a twin, and 4 siblings who are twins to each other. The first pair were my brothers Alan, 35 male, and Adam. And the second pair were my sisters Bella, 32 female, and Julia. A lot of twins in this family. A lot of twins. I don't think I have any twins in my family.
I have twins in my family.
Oh.
They're, real quick, these 2 twins, married twins. Yep, Richard and Sally, and Richard and Sarah, and then Edward and Sally.
Did they plan that?
No, I think they introduced each other to one another, and then they were like, "All right, we'll do this."
Wow,
Pretty cool. Now they have kids, and they're like
who
siblings.
are siblings? Yeah,
They both each twin set marriage thing has
Yeah, biologically, that's your sibling.
wild.
Or maybe it's half sibling?
They're siblings,
Biologically siblings, yeah. When I was born, it was just me, and the disappointment in that was made known throughout my entire childhood. What?
Dang.
Because OP's not a twin?
You already got 2 sets of
Why do
twins?
you need more twins?
Come on.
Come on. My mom prided herself on being a twin mom, and I didn't fit the aesthetic. Yikes. So she didn't put that much effort into me. My siblings were constantly off doing twin things, and I was almost never included. That is
being
okay.
Being the fifth wheel is the worst.
Yeah, to your own siblings.
Like, you can't hang out with either pair.
Yeah, that sucks. And also the mom is probably, seems like she's kind of encouraging this. Like, twin behavior, let's sign them up for twin thingies. Classes together, and then is like, whatever, OP. Go freaking sit in the corner.
Aw.
Yeah, I hate, this is not fun. Whenever my dad would try to get my siblings to include me, my brothers would be quick to say that they were against it, while my sisters would reluctantly let me come, but made it obvious that I wasn't wanted and had such a terrible time that I wouldn't want to come. My dad had to work a lot, so my mom was mostly in control and would almost let her twin children get their way. I was so hurt so many times growing up, but by the time I was in middle school, I gave up and developed really good friendships to fill the void. Fast forward to high school, and my siblings really wanted to do an overseas trip on my parents' dime, but my father refused until Bella and Julia suggested that it would be a good way for me to finally bond with them, as they were going to a country I was interested in. So they're literally, the only reason they want to have a relationship with her is so that they can use her as a way to let the dad get tickets for them, pay for their trip. They're just using OP. My dad agreed under the condition that I go to, and that's when they started buttering me up and showering me with attention. So greedy. I hate these people and these stories. It took a couple of months, but I finally was convinced that my siblings loved me, so when they mentioned the trip, I agreed. However, when we got there, they went back to their old ways and started ignoring me, and all the fun activities that were scheduled were only for 2 or 4 people due to a mistake with the booking.
Sure.
As the non-twin, I was the odd one out and didn't get to do anything, but since it was too late to get a refund for anything and the return ticket had already been purchased, my parents told me to just make the best of the situation. My dad was the only one who tried to make it up to me, but I was done with my siblings after that. Fast forward to last year, and my siblings were in a bad car. Oh, Adam and Julia didn't make it. But I didn't feel sad about it, just in shock. Julia was supposed to be Bella's maid of honor, and she recently asked me to be her maid of honor, but I quietly refused. At first, I said that I wouldn't be able to give Bella the time she needed, but her other bridesmaids said that they could pick up the slack. Bella, Alan, my mom, and a few relatives said that it would mean a lot if I could do, and eventually I just snapped and said that I knew full well Bella has never liked me, and that I don't care about fostering a relationship with her now that the sister she wanted is gone. I think that's a bit too far. Bella and Alan were triggered by my words and were very upset with me, while my mom won't stop berating me. Am I the a-hole? And this is to answer the question of what behavior should you let slide from your siblings.
Crazy.
Starting off, before we get to the part where she loses some of her siblings, OP was not the a-hole. The parents should have been making sure that their kids weren't excluding OP all the time. However, I think that was too far for her to say.
You think so?
I don't think she necessarily has to be the bridesmaid. I don't think, like, if she doesn't want to be the bridesmaid, no is okay to say. But I think saying to your sibling who just lost someone, I think that's too far.
Yeah, that is a very close relationship. They lost. She snapped.
I don't think she's the a-hole for saying no to being the bridesmaid though.
Okay, we'll see.
I think that's fine. I just think that, like, saying that was they just lost. I do think she snapped though. I think that was probably not.
It was bottled up
Yeah.
for years.
No, I agree. I think that OP is not necessarily the a-hole. I personally don't know if I would have said that, but I understand that she's gone through loss right now, but also she's been excluded her whole life. Yeah.
This is all around no good.
Yeah. I think saying that after the fact, like after they lost, I don't know. I think if someone is an a-hole and then they lose someone, I don't think you should rub that in their face. Like but I totally I understand that OP had gone through this her whole life and just probably snapped. So I think this is a really complicated situation. Just to be clear, they were, before this occurred, I was fully on her side. They were all the a-hole. I just don't agree with her saying those words, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if I were in this situation, I would have just said, sorry, I'm not going to be able to be the maid of honor. I would have left it at that. That is the end of that story.
Got one more story, guys, and
yeah,
we will have our good boy, John, read it for us.
John.
I'm back. You thought I might not be, but here I am, flipping up my collar like a scoundrel, like I'm on Miami Vice.
Whoa.
Am I the a-hole for calling out my sister-in-law after she told me my husband is gay and our marriage is a front? Yeehaw. And this comes from Throwaway Straw. They say, a month ago, my sister-in-law came to my house with her daughter. I also have a 6-month-old baby. Anyways, everything was going pretty normal. We talked, made dinner, vented to each other about normal marriage/life stuff. Then things took a turn. My husband and I moved into our house 6 months prior to the visit with my sister-in-law. So literally 1 week after I gave birth, we moved into this house. My husband works a lot, so majority of caring for our baby is on me, and that's okay. But for the first 3, maybe 4 months, I was really in the trenches. So anyways, she starts to tell me that her and my husband's brother are very upset with us because we haven't invited them over for dinner yet. So again, they just moved to a house.
They're super busy.
Just had a baby. Daddy's father is working like crazy. And they're like, this was 3 or 4 months in. Why haven't you invited us over for dinner?
Why haven't you invited them over for dinner?
Now, that's a great question. Or like, hey, do you guys want to go on a date night and
Yeah.
Can you watch a newborn that early?
Can you watch it at 3 months?
Yeah. Can you babysit a freaking
Like, I would say
bean?
my mom. Like, if I had a kid and
Yeah,
my
your
mom's
mom.
around.
Yeah.
Well, I
Maybe
guess this is your like.
You
sibling.
can, but yeah, people usually don't get like babysitters.
Yeah.
But like family.
Give it to
members.
family.
Yeah.
I don't know. All you moms out there,
I've never babysat a 3-month-old.
let me know. This visit was rare, by the way. It was really out of the blue. Anyways, she's going on that she's pissed because I haven't cooked dinner for her family yet. You also want her to cook dinner for you?
Oh my God.
She just gave birth.
She just had a baby.
So the brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they're both like, hey, I know you have like a sabbatical from work, but you don't have a sabbatical from us, okay?
Yeah, you have
report to us with a fully made dinner, please and thank you.
you have a sabbatical from work, which means you have more time to cook.
For us.
Yeah.
Forget your immediate family and your newborn baby.
Forget him. Forget about him.
Forget about him.
Forget about him.
Okay. Sorry. I've been extremely overwhelmed with my baby, first-time mom,
My bad.
and his medical issues and bills and just day-to-day life. I honestly haven't even thought of it. I also struggled with postpartum depression pretty badly, and I was on medication for it. It was literally the last thing on my mind, so I apologized. Honestly, we should have given an anti-apology.
Yeah, you should have.
Screw you.
Yeah.
Then she starts to tell me that a week prior at her barbecue that my husband and I were at, that her and her husband, they've already been to like a barbecue together.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. That her and her husband, my husband's brother, thought that my husband looked depressed. I was honestly confused because I've never noticed that, and my husband and I talk, like really talk about everything, and I was just surprised that she said that.
Oh my God.
I asked her, why do you think he seems depressed? And she says, before I tell you, you have to promise me you won't tell your husband. So now I'm terrified, anxious, curious, all of the above. And I told her I promised that I wouldn't say anything. Then, in front of her daughter, who's almost 10 years old, she starts to tell me that she and my brother-in-law think that my husband is depressed because he's actually gay, all caps, and can't live his truth. With what evidence?
I don't trust this woman.
Then word for word.
She's like, you should leave him and we'll take you in. You just have to cook for us.
Yeah, you just have to. Oh, and then you have to invite us.
Yeah.
Go back to your old house.
And also cook for us there.
Do that up. Yeah, a dinner here, a dinner there.
Yeah.
Invite us every day so, we won't feel left out.
But we're doing it for you because your husband's gay and he's
And we told you. Congratulations, you're welcome.
Yeah.
We did that for you.
You're welcome.
We solved it. Then she word for word told me, we honestly think he married you and had a baby with you as a friend. Dude, if you're going to say that.
That's insane. You got to have so much evidence.
You got to have so much evidence. Honestly.
You can't just say vibes, man.
It's just vibes,
no,
bro.
You don't get it. It was like the vibes.
I was just like.
He seemed pretty sad, and I gathered that he was living an ulterior life.
It was like he was like sad, and then I'm like, well, he's probably like gay because he's sad.
Yeah,
like
everyone knows that men who show emotions are gay.
It all equals each other.
He was showing emotions, had a pink shirt on and a tote bag.
And
He's
she was
automatically gay.
That man is gay, and he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you.
Guys, what are we doing? You got to be as prepared. You know how we have all of those stories of the guys that accuse their wives of having a secret baby? You got to really come prepared with the receipts. Receipts, ladies and gentlemen.
Pieces.
Opie says, holy crap. What? So now I'm actually feeling weird. She went into detail that she thinks that my husband and his best friend for over 10 years, who is married with children, are having or were having a secret affair. What? Again, my sister-in-law has known my husband for over 15 years. How could she say this to me after everything I've been through? Even if it's true, why? You know what I mean? So she left my house, and I honestly was overthinking it for days before I finally told. He's extremely upset. Yeah, I didn't lose my place. My brother-in-law is the type of man that if I would have said that to his wife about him, he would have came for my throat. Me and my husband decided not to say anything yet, but it's getting hard. It has been about a month. After she left the house that night, she has not said a word to me since. Like, how do you lay that on someone and go mute? We're family. I've been married to my husband for almost 3 years, and I absolutely believe him, and that is besides the point. I need to know what is the correct way to confront them. I'm sorry, but you cannot come into my house and tell me that my entire life is fake. Also, I want to add, a week ago, it was my sister-in-law and brother-in-law's other child's birthday. The party was outside, 94 degrees out. I didn't feel comfortable having my baby outside in that heat. When we told them that we weren't coming to the party because of that, they told us they didn't give an F if we came and hung up the phone and haven't said a word since. We need your baby to fry for our baby.
Fry.
You know,
your baby must fry for our sins.
Baby fry.
I see what you did there, sir.
What did you do?
Baby fry.
Oh, see, I made a Jesus joke.
Made a John Fry joke.
Hey, aren't they the same?
Yeah, WWJD.
My husband is pissed and hurt, and so am I, and I'm so tired of letting things slide with this family. How do my husband and I navigate this issue? Thanks. There is an update, but yeah, Sophia, give me the answer.
Oh my goodness.
Just
Okay.
give me the step-by-step of exactly what to do and make it perfect.
So you've already talked to your husband.
Yep.
Then you go say, hey, sis. Hey, sis husband. We'd like to invite you over for dinner. And then you get someone to mind your kids. You invite them over and say, hey. And then you hold your husband's hand. And you say, we're straight.
Wow. Come out as straight, honestly?
Come out as straight.
Brilliant
I don't
move.
know how to tell you this.
Yeah, I don't know how to tell you this.
But we're straight. And we're not afraid.
He likes women. And
Yeah.
she likes men. And you know what? Even further than that, We love each other.
And we love each other.
We are attracted
as
to
man
each other.
and woman.
I know this might be shocking.
Yeah.
Might take time to process even.
Yeah.
But this is the truth, and it needed to be said, quite frankly.
Quite frankly. Yeah.
And there you have it. Do with that what
I know
you will.
you wanted him to be Adam and Steve, but I'm sorry to say, we're Adam and Eve.
And scene. Yeah, no, that is.
Yeah.
Do we actually?
The only thing that we know is that the sister or sister-in-law made this accusation. I'm wondering if the husband of this lady is in on it, or if he doesn't know anything.
Yeah, it kind of, reading in between the lines, it kind of sounded like they were bringing it as a united front, but maybe it was like kind of like she was leading it and he was just kind of like there.
Well, he wasn't there when she made that accusation. She was
I guess he never came back around privately.
And the baby, like the daughter, was there.
They were talking together. Or sorry, they were having like dinner all together, but he wasn't there present when she was talking about that.
No.
Although the 10-year-old daughter
They were at a barbecue.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So he doesn't necessarily know.
Yeah.
So I think they need a confrontation.
Yeah, just why'd you say that?
Why'd you say that?
What do you
maybe she's projecting.
Maybe she wants them to break up so that way she then can leave her current husband and have a chance. He's got that new baby daddy glow.
Yeah, he's looking
a baby.
good.
He's a dad.
He's wearing a pink shirt. He's in touch with his emotions.
Got a tote bag.
Is that just Riley?
He's got beautiful chocolate curls, blue eyes.
She was cringe.
Sorry, that scared me.
I kind of don't want to like cut it. I like it like this. I was thinking about
looks
cutting it.
good.
Some days it's good. Some days it looks bad.
I'm still pro mullet. But
Oh my god, if you got a mullet, that'd be so cool.
Thank you,
I
Sophia.
don't know if I could.
No,
Thank
you don't
you.
understand. It's like cool here.
Guys, let's get this episode to 2,000 likes. If we get 2,000 likes on this
Can you do
episode,
it?
Riley is going to get a mullet. 1,000% guaranteed. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay?
Yeah.
Like the video.
Like the video.
Like the episode.
Like, wait. Like this dude's?
Let me see.
Mullet?
Yes. Exactly like that dude's mullet.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. My husband will be saying something to his brother soon. Oh, that's a good point. Maybe it's best for him to do it since that's his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why you calling me gay, bro?
I will update everyone. I am cutting off my sister-in-law completely. I will update everyone who wants to know when it happens and what exactly happens. Thank you all for your advice. Update, as of July 1st, my husband asked his brother about it, and he said he had no idea what was said. So he didn't know, back to Sophia's point.
Oh.
He asked his wife in front of both of us, and she said she never said it, and I am a liar, and that's where it stands as of now.
Whoa.
Wait, get the 10-year-old in there. Get the 10-year-old in there.
Yeah,
They
get
were
her
there.
there. Cooperate. But you need to make sure that like you don't allow the sister like even a moment to set her
Stop
story
it.
straight.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you need to be like, okay, stay freaking here. Husband, go get your daughter.
Yeah, you
Bring
go
her
in the
back.
other room.
You talk to her. You ask her.
Yeah, one-on-one.
Did mommy call uncle whatever his face is? Did she say that he was gay?
Did he do that?
Did she do that? And then she goes, yeah.
Guilty. Got him. Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
But we have some relevant comments. Opion, if her sister-in-law thinks her husband is hiding something from her, I'm 1,000,000,000% sure he isn't even bisexual. I was with him for a while before we got married, and I have zero doubts about it. And honestly, if he did have some gay things going on before he knew me, who cares? It's the past, and it isn't their place either way, in my opinion. I feel like I'm always the bigger person with my husband's family, and I'm just so tired of it. But thank you for the advice. Plus, I said I don't care what my husband did in the past because I don't. I posted about the issue of his family thinking they can say whatever the heck they want with no repercussions. OP on how she's handling the situation. OP says, I think so too. If it was my brother that said that, I would have raised hell. My husband's family are difficult people, and I'm terrified my mother-in-law is going to blame me for the fallout, even though I didn't do anything at all. That's how it's always been with her, and I'm just worried about it. We did tell my in-laws what she said. My mother-in-law just said, why would she say that? And then she said that my husband and I shouldn't say anything.
Ooh,
So
keep the peace.
Yeah, keep the peace. BS. So now I'm afraid to, but my husband and I talked about it again last night, and we are not letting this go. I want to punch her in the face. Like, I can't explain to you how upset I am that I sat here and told her my postpartum depression struggles for the first time, and then she told me that.
Oh my God.
What a great response. I know how to support you, sis. I even texted my sister-in-law 2 weeks after she told me what she told me, and I said, I can't sleep, and I can't stop thinking about what you told me. I don't know what to do. And all she said was, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here, and that she was sorry. Now, we have an update, and it is...
Oh my God, I want to know. I want someone to find out the truth.
Well, I'm going to give you the truth, or at least the truth of what OP wrote. There we go. Update. This is another day later. My 30 female husband's brother, 40 male, and his wife told me my husband is actually gay and married me as a front. So my husband confronted his brother. His brother said he knew nothing about what the wife said. He then my husband's brother told me that he's been with his wife for 20 years and she would never lie to him. And that maybe I stretched a little bit of what she said to me. Lol. I definitely did not even a little bit. So that's where it stands as of now. My husband believes me. That's all that matters. If I wanted to stir the pot, I could have thought of something better than this. And quick relevant comments.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sad that there's no more updates.
It's true. It's over. Commenter said she's a total psycho. Who does that? Opie says, I know. And now you're going to lie on top of it.
You're going to lie?
And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? That is it. So where we're left is she lied. The brother-in-law is not believing her. She's just lying, saying, "Oh, I never said that. That never happened." Blah blah blah. I don't know why she could have gotten the text and the 10-year-old, the daughter.
The text and the 10-year-old.
But maybe she's like,
I don't want to involve the child.
I don't want to involve the child, which is good.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I don't like. This is just not worth it.
It's
like,
just like whatever. This is.
She's
a liar.
basically moving on and cutting her off.
Yeah,
so.
I think that's the best you can do without any proof. You're just like, okay, whatever. I know my husband loves me.
Yeah. Wow. Wild.
Oh, boy.
Wild stuff.
Boy, oh, boy.
You know,
oh,
when you're
boy.
like, I've been bored lately. Let me just
say
that my sister-in-law's husband is gay and doesn't love her.
You know that feeling.
You know, she, by the way, she didn't invite me and cook dinner for me 3 months after she had her baby and moved into her new house.
So I should just start up some drama.
I should start up some drama because she at least owes me some entertainment.
She does, yeah.
She didn't feed me. Can we be honest? She didn't entertain me in her home.
If I'm not getting dinner and a show, I'm at least getting a show.
That's what I'm talking about. But ladies and gentlemen,
I did look. There's nothing else.
Bam.
We looked. The best producer in the world couldn't find it. Not there.
Not there.
It's not there. That is a fact. Very tragic news. This episode is over. So is the whole members only stream. By the way, if you want to be with us while we were recording these episodes, like these beautiful members right here, you can click the little join member button or the link in the description of this YouTube video and freaking join us.
Join us.
We would love to have you. We would love to have you.
We would. Oh my God. Unlike OP, we would love to have you over for a dinner and a show.
And we won't accuse your partner of not loving you.
We won't do it.
But
even if you don't show up.
If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow. Get out of here. Go, 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 go.